Today, July 27, we went two places of significance. One was the National Historic Cheesemaking Center in Monroe, Wisconsin. And let me zoom in on that. Maybe you can see that on the map. Then when we went back home, we stopped at New Glarus Brewing Company, a beer brewing company in New Glarus, Wisconsin, which is famously known for Spotted Cow beer here in Wisconsin. It's only sold in Wisconsin. Alright. Staying kind of busy. Well, I guess the most famous thing in Wisconsin is cheese. That's why they call Wisconsinites cheeseheads. So we're taking quite a ride today to come to the National Historic Cheesemaking Center. Honey Bell. All right. Man. Pretty flowers. The wind's picking up. Are we ready to go in? South Carolina. Yeah.
Well, you'd like to do a tour? Yes. Okay. It's $5 for the tour. We would like you to sign in so we can track our. $5.
Important part of an area that used to be called Cheese Road because there were several cheese storage plants very close by. So a lot of cheese was shipped from this depot. They used to ship by rail. Rail service was discontinued in the 70s. The building sat for over 10 years. I was going to say unoccupied, but I'm sure it wasn't. There were gazillion pigeons and who knows what else.
Yeah.
So it was going to be torn down, and then a group had organized to try to
Save it, yeah.
Yes, and did. Purchased it eventually for $1.
Oh my gosh.
And had it moved here on land that they purchased from the city for $1.
Oh my goodness.
With the understanding
Wow.
that to operate in this area.
Okay, so this was just basically.
This was just a railroad.
You're going to
Okay.
see the cheese factory,
Yeah.
Jonah, and so you'll see where they actually.
I see, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, but it looks like that's when the price of cheese was established. There's still a cheese market, right? I mean,
which would be half an hour. On Friday mornings, they would meet and bid on 40,000 pound lots of cheese. And at the end of it, that gong over there would be struck.
oh,
And that would be it. You could finish the deal you were on, and that was it for the week. And then to one of 14 phone booths and call the home office and report what you've done. And
this wasn't where they traded cheese nationally, was it?
This was the National Cheese Exchange in Green Bay.
In Green Bay, okay.
In Green Bay.
Just one
So
of,
this is just one of 14 phone
yeah.
booths. Oh, so you were. Okay.
Yeah, we used the milk cans in there. We didn't have a cooler at the time back in the 50s, but we put it in water. You know.
Right. Well water, did you have a spring?
No,
No.
just a water tank, you might say.
Right, from the water.
Kept it in the milk house. They came in the milk truck and throw them up on there. Yep. They were cheese.
drove through, but we're going back that way.
Okay. I don't know if you know the New Glarus story at all. There's a canton, which is the equivalent of a county in Switzerland called Glarus. And that area is extraordinarily beautiful. High, the rugged Alps and the narrow valleys. So the people of Canton Glarus were not farmers. They were primarily textile. Hello, Nanette. Textile workers. That's all right. Okay, back to Glarus. In the 1840s, Switzerland and probably most of Europe was going through an economic depression. And the government encouraged and supported people to get out of Switzerland and try to get established someplace else where they would have a future. And they sent a delegation of people to this area and said, find some farmland where you can get settled and become farmers. And
But I wonder why, if they weren't farmers, how'd they expect them to learn how to do it?
Well, that's what land was available for nothing, you know.
Oh.
It's not going to cost us a fortune to get you established in something.
Right.
You'll learn.
Yeah.
Put seeds
Yeah.
down and get some animals and.
Well, they wound up in New Glarus, which of course they called New Glarus. And they started, like other people there in the area, growing wheat. And it was fine for a while. And then every year it was not quite as good as it had been the year before because they knew nothing about replenishing the nutrients in the soil. And finally one year there was a chinch bug that devastated. And by this time they said, okay,
Done with
we've got to
wheat.
do something else. This is not working. And they turned to dairying. This is good. This is not wonderful cropland. We go down into Illinois a few hours, a few hundred miles, and we get these beautiful flatlands, the rich soil. That's wonderful cropland. This is not so wonderful. We've got some hills, we've got some rocks, but it's good grazing land, and we have good water. So we had what we needed for dairying. So they turned to dairying. Well, in 1868, a fellow who had come from Switzerland and settled in upstate New York and made cheese there, made his way to the Midwest, settled for a time in Wheeling, Illinois, and heard about New Glarus. Now, he was a barrener. He was from a different canton. He was from Canton, Bern. He went up to New Glarus, and they spoke the same language, just different dialects of it. And he talked to a small group of farmers and said basically, trust me. We'll get together, you'll turn over all your milk to me, I'll train a cheesemaker, we'll make Limburger cheese and we'll all get rich. And they trusted him, and this was their livelihood. The milk was their source of income. So he built a factory. This was 1868. The next year, built a Swiss factory. By 1876, there were 14 factories in that township.
Wow.
So this was exactly the right thing to do at the right time. They were making primarily Limburger, but also some Swiss cheese. Well, word gets back. He met up with, probably, might have known him before. There was a fellow in this area who had made cheese, not in a factory, at home, and peddled it in the equivalent of farmer's market. He was also from Canterbury. Whether they had known each other, there was another fellow also from Canterbury who wound up in the cheese business. Whether they'd known each other there, I don't know. But word gets back, and there are more and more barrenners coming. And they come to this area, the Glarners there. Now, Switzerland is, as you know, a tiny country, third the size of Wisconsin. It has 4 national languages, and it has a gazillion dialects. So as a kid, when I grew up here, I would hear a lot of Swiss spoken. I couldn't understand any of it, but I had no problem telling you, they're speaking Glarner Swiss, they're speaking Berner Swiss. There was enough difference. And like somebody from the deep south and somebody from Texas and somebody from Wisconsin, you know where I'm from.
South Carolina.
That's right.
Understand me.
So the more the Swiss came, the more dependent they became on and took advantage of the cheese making. So at one time, Monroe became known as the Swiss cheese capital of the United States. So much Swiss cheese was made in this area.
A milking stool.
On the backside and have their hands free to carry fields.
Wow.
Or whatever. So it's pretty practical. That other stool over there, I don't think it was used on enough some of the other breeds, but they give more milk than some of the others. So if, in the old days, when farmers were paid simply on the basis of volume of milk, so he's going to expect pretty good sized meals on the table. He can just go upstairs and eat, and she can come downstairs and help. You're talking about cooling out. This is my favorite of the cooling. Because it's so blessedly simple. Cold water goes inside. Got cold water here, you pour the milk in, open the spigot. You've got a little bitty holes here. The milk will drizzle over the side. So the cold water regulator, very simple. Cooling as it does, flows into the can, the whole can then can go into the vat of cold water. Interesting. Orders to the factory. Follow them out to the factory. They've hired the cheesemaker. They're going to pay that cheesemaker for something. They've hired the cheesemaker, they can fire the cheesemaker. But the cheesemaker can refuse and has to refuse their milk if it isn't good. So he's got to check. So the cheesemaker is going to be crediting the farmer with the amount of milk. He's going to take a sample at least every couple days and be testing not for quality, of course, for bacteria, but he's also going to be testing for butterfat. And if it's extra rich, he's going to get an extra check because of the richness of the cream. Time to make the cheese. Simple gravity flow into a copper kettle. Backside to side, you wind up with pretty good sized chunks at first. It's going to be cooked more, cut again into little bitty pieces, rice-sized pieces. When the process is finished, the curd will have settled to the bottom, will have dropped. And then it's time to, the cheesemaker will know from the temperature, he'll know from the time, he'll know from the smell, and he'll know from the feel. He'll take some of that curd in his hand, and he'll know from the texture, there'll be a certain crack to it. Then he'll know it's ready. So then it's time to separate the curd from the whey, and they would do that with a piece of cheesecloth. Time to call Mama down. Give her the work. And that's what they have done here.
Wow.
They have worked together with a piece of cheesecloth.
Yeah.
She on one side, he on the other. And this conforms to the curve of this. They want to do this gently and efficiently. This is hot. This is about 122. It's not going to hurt you, but it's not going to be comfortable. We want the curd intact, so we're going to do this gently and we hope efficiently. And reaching way with the cloth, way down to the bottom and up to get all of the curd onto the cloth. Let it drain just a tiny bit, tie the four corners together, and put it on something to move it to the press. Wow. So they have a bag of curd. And you see how much whey there is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Farmers in those days would take that whey home, mix it with some dry feed, feed it to the hogs. This was a win-win-win situation. the hogs thrived on it.
Yeah.
It was very nourishing. It was free to the farmers, and it got rid of what they thought was a waste product. Now whey is big business, it's people food. But for a long time, it was fit for the hogs. To cold storage. Standard wagon bed of the time was about 34 inches wide. They made the tubs a little over 33. They could put 4 wheels into a tub. And that's what they're doing, is rolling tubs of cheese from the factory onto the wagons and going to haul them off to cold storage. Then when they get to the cold storage warehouse, they're going to be
That's a lot smaller than it was.
So the Oversteads use milk, as I said, from their own. The Inversions have a pretty good sized herd of their own. And this would be brought over and put into the kettle. So you tie the bag of curds onto this and bring it over to the press table. Okay. This is not the press table that was in the Overstead factory. It's the right age, though. It's just not the right size. The family had used theirs for a long time, so the tube of grease and all would use it. Can you see? It's a little bit higher on this back end. So the weight then would come out and be channeled, well, a little higher back here and a little higher on this back end. Here's the neatest press. Simple lever. That one is also pressed. So the original table is longer. Here's the fulcrum. You raise the beam, lower it. You got all the weight of that beam pressing in this over and out. Very simple.
Squeezing the whey out.
Okay.
Okay, push your kettle back, you two.
Okay, stop there. And turn it, you can turn it just a tiny bit, line up the a little bit more.
Dot with the dot.
Dot with the dot. That was done for me because I was often pulling kettle back and pushing it back in every which way. To meet when we did, and be given this factory, I keep thinking if this would have been sold, the building probably would have been, you know.
Oh, this is the building from the man that.
Yes, this
the-
is the building.
oh.
The kettle and the, yeah. Wow.
Oops, it's my reflection in there.
We were all